So 26 plus years in front of the camera, working at studios all over the country, from New York to LA, Chicago, Miami, other countries. I learned what people need and want in front of the camera and behind the camera. That's one of the reasons we wanted to create Shear Media Studios.
Bridget? Bridget? Oh, sorry, no autographs today. No, Bridget, it's me, Joan. Little Joni Sweeney. Don't you remember you did my TV show with me, Daddy's Little Angel, when we were kids? Right, I do remember you. I just wanted to congratulate you on your Oscar. That's 2 now, isn't it? Yes, that's right, but then who's counting? Now, what are you doing? Are you still in the business? Yes, I am. Oh, good. Good for you. It's great to see you. Oh my God, it's Bridget Oliver. Can you believe it? Oh, and I've got I've seen all your movies. No autographs today. Bye. No, I don't need no autographs. Please, can I have your autograph? No autographs today. Please, Bridget. Bridget, don't leave. Bridget, love you. Bridget, oh, please, I just want to talk to you. Can you get on it too? Bridget, please. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. No, please, wait.
Suzanne has that transitional look. Absolutely fabulous in either morning, noon.
Here's 1198 break back to Mr. French.
He would drag me by the hair. He would beat. I have watched all your work from
Way back, and you look so great.
Thank you. I'm very happy that you're here.
Wow, things are going so well for you. I mean, here you are, from child star to Oscar-winning actress. You must be on a high right now.
Well, I've been a very lucky girl, I must say, but I must tell you, Julie, that being a wife and mother is what it's all about. Nothing else matters. See, I really never wanted fame or fortune.
Yeah, that's why you spread for half of Hollywood.
Being adored by fans and having money and fame, it doesn't mean a thing.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Shear with Rhonda Shear Intimates. I developed my line decades ago for my own ever-changing body. I knew that women needed a better solution and better intimates that were inclusive of all shapes and sizes, from extra small to 3X, and also inclusive of all body tones and skin tones. It's a comfortable line, it's an affordable line of the highest quality. There's something for everybody because we truly believe that beauty comes in all shapes and all sizes. I was an actress on stage and on television and film, and a comedian. So people were seeing me 360. My line is all about empowering women to look their best, feel their best, and do their best. We're all in this together. Remember, foundation is where fashion starts. It's gonna make you look best from the inside out.
Stuck at home and you don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live.
Duck and cover.
Hi, welcome to USA Up All Night. I'm Rhonda Shear, and I can't believe I am standing here in the celebrity room at the New York Friars Club. Wow. Yes, that's right. The famous Friars Club, where the greatest stars of show business have been members or honored guests. It's a legendary place. Frank Sinatra, Cary Grant, Lucille Ball, Johnny Carson, Sid Caesar, Liza Minnelli, Tony Bennett, Carol Burnett, Jack Benny, George Burns, Phyllis Diller, Bob Hope, Elizabeth Taylor, and Uncle Milty. You know, my mascara is melting from staring at all the pictures. Anyway, Tonight, you get to witness entertainment history because in just a little while, I, Rhonda Shear, am going to be roasted by the Friars Club. Well, I guess all my years of hard work hosting USA Up All Night have paid off. After all, it's a big compliment to be recognized for your talent. Only the best and brightest celebrities get roasted by the Friars Club. Yeah, just ask Whoopi Goldberg and Ted I mean, Whoopi and Ted, or, Billy and Robin. We all kind of, just hang out, crack jokes by the pool. It's funny, actually. And when Pryor joins us, it's nonstop belly laughs.
Want some wine for the bimbo roast?
Oh, that was a joke, huh? That was a joke. I can take a joke. You don't think I can take it? I can take a joke. Hang on to your funny bone. Let's begin watching the Great Bikini Off-Road Adventure. Bimbo roast. Welcome back to USA Up All Night. I'm Rhonda Shear at the legendary Friars Club in New York City. This may be the biggest moment in my career, really. I'm about to get roasted by actual friars themselves. Some of the world's top headliners are here tonight. I can barely sit still. Did you know that in the 93-year history of the Friars Club, only a handful of women have been honored in this way? Here comes the roast master. Freddie Roman has performed all over the world. I remember him when he starred in the hit show Catskills on Broadway. He's also the dean of the Friars Club, so I better be sure to laugh at all of his jokes. Maybe he'll sponsor me as a new member. Hint. Freddie Roman.
Thank you, Rhonda. May all of you live as long as this evening is going to seem to me. I have been very proudly a part of Friars Roast for the past 25 years, roasting people like Billy Crystal and Richard Pryor, and Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, Chevy Chase. Why did we sink to this level tonight? To roast someone that only insomniacs know. Rhonda's biggest job in show business so far is her nose job. Followed by the boob job, and then, of course, the ultimate job. And I cleaned that up, ladies and gentlemen. For USA, if this was on the Travel Channel, I could have used the right word. I understand that Rhonda's idol is Barbara Eden from I Dream of Jeannie, because with all that hair, she loves things that come out of a bottle. And you have a host of comedians that are here tonight to pay homage to you, Rhonda. And like me, I'm sure they have no idea why they're here today. And this could be the biggest ratings that USA Cable has gotten since The Love Connection and The People's Court, which was my last appearance on this network. As the station break between those two shows, it did so much for my career. And now my second appearance on USA Cable at the Rhonda Shear Roast. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to the home now. Of course, it's over for me. I've scaled the heights. I hope you enjoy the rest of this roast, Rhonda. And to ladies and gentlemen, those of you out there, we'll be back to the movie shortly.
Freddie Roman, ladies and gentlemen. He is the dean of the Friars Club. It's amazing. He flunked out of high school and ends up a dean. Anyway, let's get back to the Great Bikini Off-Road Adventure right here on USA Up All Night. I'm scared of him. Hi, I'm Rhonda Shear at my very own Friars Club roast. Next up is a performer who has always made me smile, not just because he's funny, but because I love sales, clothing sales, cosmetic sales, soapy sales. He's in the new Eddie Murphy movie, The Holy Man, with Jeff Goldblum and Kelly Preston. And his classic shows are available on Rhino Video, the one and only Soupy Sales.
Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I came in from the airport, and I couldn't get a ride, and two Puerto Ricans said, "You want to share a cab in the town?" I said, "Okay." I got the radio. They took two fenders in the tires. It's nice to be here for But it's nice to be here because I love Rhonda Shear. I've known her for years. I watched her growth now for the past couple of years, and this Tuesday she's going to have it removed. But it isn't easy standing up here because I like to be laying down having a drink, but what the hell. But what can I say that hasn't already been said about Rhonda down at the sheriff's headquarters? And see, Rhonda is from Louisiana, and of course she went to a girls' school up east. So her mother calls up after she'd been gone a few days and said, "How do you like it?" And she said, "Mom, do you know here they have guys who hug each other and kiss each other?" And mother says, "What do you call them?" Says, "We call them homosexuals." Said, "Really?" And says, "Mom, do you know they have women here that hug each other and kiss each other?" So what do you call them? So we call them lesbians. Said, "And Mom, do you know they have guys here that'll start kissing your feet and work all the way to the top of your head?" And mother says, "What do you call them?" And Ron says, "When they're finished, precious." But it's a pleasure to be here for Rhonda and with these fellow comedians. I can go like this for seconds, but what the hell. I appreciate you asking me to share this. USA, I watch you all the time. I love the show. I don't understand it, but I watch it. But I thank you very much, and until I see you again, God bless you, and don't forget to buy war bonds.
Soupy sales, yeah. You know, he reads Playboy for the same reason he reads National Geographic, to see places he'll never get to visit. Anyway, now back to the Great Bikini Off-Road Adventure. Welcome back to USA Up All Night. I'm Rhonda Shear, yucking it up at my Friars Club roast. Friar Harold Rand co-wrote a book about personal ads throughout history, Date for the Greats. So maybe I'll learn a few things about my love life. I could use some insight. Here's Harold Rand. Yeah.
Please hold your applause until the very end. Oh, this is the very end. I'm delighted to be here roasting Rhonda Fleming. I was told that this would be a very good career move for me. Well, my book on personal ads, which I co-authored with Doris Chelmo, is called Dates for the Greats, and it's at Barnes & Noble and other bookstores.
How much is it?
It's about $9. But people have asked me questions about personal ads and how effective they can be. So in our book, we answer many questions that are frequently asked about personal ads. And I'll just run through a few with you. Has anyone met through the ads? Answer, many have met. Do people tell the truth? Never. Is it true that men are out for only one thing? Yes. Can I meet a doctor? Only if you're taken to the hospital. Am I responding to ads because of low self-esteem? Yes. Am I placing my ad because of low self-esteem? Yes. If I'm over 60 years of age, how old shall I say I am? 36. How can I verbalize that I'm a nymphomaniac? Very carefully. Now, Rhonda Shear and I have very little in common. As a matter of fact, we only met tonight. But I did a little research before the roast, to do a little background in her life and my life and my family's history. I found out that my family manufactured pantyhose in Russia many, many years ago. And the only connection with Rhonda was that the pantyhose we did was sheer. Okay, look, we'll keep it down to the very end. Rhonda's great-great-grandmother and my great-great-grandmother were chorus girls together in a very famous nightclub in Russia. It was the only nightclub that was also a pickled herring factory, and it was called the Kipper Cabana. They were part of a statuesque line of chorus girls, about 4 foot 10 inches tall, weighed 148 pounds. They danced with baskets of fruit on their heads, mostly filled with prunes. But years later, we found ourselves in America, and we're here doing a roast for this wonderful woman, whoever she is. I want to thank you, if I can identify the woman. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harold Rand, the kind of guy who lights up a room every time he leaves it. Anyway, we'll be back with more of USA Up All Night after this.
Hi,
Hi, it's Rhonda, and tonight it's just me and my favorite Snapple drink, Kiwi Strawberry Cocktail, a unique and wonderful taste sensation, all natural, no preservatives, no artificial flavors. And you know, you can expect an all-natural, unique, and wonderful taste sensation from all the Snapple teas, fruit juices, fruit drinks, sodas, and sports drinks. So give yourself a treat and hang out with a Snapple. Snapple, made from the best stuff on earth, just like Rhonda.
Welcome back to USA Up All Night. I'm Rhonda Shear, and our next comedian is one of the brightest young stars of the Friars Club. He has been on Letterman, Leno, and hosted for NBC's Later and Comedy Central's Tompkins Square Park. He's roasted Danny Aiello, Buddy Hackett, Kelsey Grammer, and now me. Please welcome Jeffrey Ross.
Thank you so much. This is such an honor. In the great Friars tradition of honoring mediocrity, this is really exciting. Henny Youngman, Soupy Sales. This isn't a roast, it's a rot. This isn't a roast, it's a defrosting. Don't ooh me.
Told you that wouldn't work.
You were right. No, it really is an honor to be up here on this prestigious stage with all these talented comedians and Jackie Martling.
Oh.
Stewie Stone, that was great. Stewie Stone, everybody. A man who's been doing comedy so long, he lost to Mark Twain on Star Search. Rhonda Shear needs no introduction because she has no credits. I love it. Let's see the dress. Can we see the dress without the podium in the room? Like a hooker on the Enterprise. You look so hot. Now that I see you on TV, I see you as a blonde. Up close, I see you have blacker roots than Kunta Kinte. Blacker roots than you too. Rhonda Shear is to comedy what Barbara Walters is to comedy. Soupy Sales is here, everybody. Soupy Sales, a lot of people don't realize this, burst on the scene at the same time as the Beatles. Not the band, the life form. Pat Cooper. A lot of people don't realize Pat's an accomplice. Besides the Seinfeld credit that we all saw him on, Pat's work has been honored at all the major festivals, Cannes, Sundance, San Gennaro, and the Feast of St. Anthony's. I'm almost done. You know, a lot of people think it's easy. You know, a lot of people think it's easy. How are you, sir? It's not easy. Didn't mean to wake you. A lot of people, I'm trying to think of a good closer. A lot of people, huh?
Use mine.
I said a good closer. But the point is, this is a beautiful thing, and I'm happy to be here. And congratulations on your first fake Friars roast.
Is that it?
Bye.
Jeffrey Ross, ladies and gentlemen, I am so honored. His mother said childbirth was painless until she got her first look at Jeff. Anyway, now back to the movie on USA Up All Night. Welcome back to USA Up All Night with me, Rhonda Shear. I'm learning a lot from my new friends at the Friars Club who are honoring me with a celebrity roast. A comedian's life on the road, you know, is really tough. It's grueling, it's lonely, and it's just awful. But this next comic has perfected his performance for years in Atlantic City and Las Vegas, opening for Paul Anka and Frankie Valli. Let's give it up for Stewie Stone. Oh, I love saying Stewie Stone.
Thank you. I can't tell you what a thrill this is to honor Rhonda Shear. You are probably one of the greatest talents. I watch you all the time. I never miss a Rhonda Shear movie telethon festival. Oh, the natural looking one. No. Oh, Rhonda, your look is in. See, I don't want to say the plastic surgery is very big today. Would you believe right now as I'm talking to you, someplace in this country, a boy is getting his nose fixed so he can meet a girl. This girl is getting her nose fixed so she can meet this guy. They meet each other, they fall in love, they get married, but they never tell each other they had their noses fixed. Then the baby is born. And this kid looks like an eggplant laying in a crib, you know. Now, I did, kid. I am a big fan of yours, right? I watch you all the time. I must tell you, I happen to be a terrible insomniac. And the only thing that puts me to sleep is Valium and you. She's beautiful. This is my ideal woman. Look at this, beautiful and income-bearing. Well, see, I'm not good with women. I'm an unusual guy. I'm the only man that you probably know that's remarried his ex-wife. You know, it's kind of weird. You know, people say to me, "What's it like to remarry your ex-wife?" It's like breaking out of jail and then breaking back in. You know. I get this. Why would you marry your ex-wife? I had a good reason. I want to be near my money. We were able to work everything out. You know. It's not one of my favorite jokes, but I married a beautiful girl from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, which is a suburb of Philadelphia. She went to Temple University. Like you, she majored in selfish. And people think it's a routine that I remarried my ex-wife because people usually don't do that. They say, why would you get divorced if you're going to get married again? The first time around, I don't know if you've ever been through this with a guy. I had a terrible problem. I had a drinking problem. It's been 9 years since I had a drink. You know, I'm very proud of that. It wasn't easy. I could have never done it without heroin. And I love that joke. It's one of my favorite jokes. Everybody's talking, you know, about being good lovers, all the guys on the dais. Being Jewish, you know, Italians are great lovers. They talk women for sex. You ever go out with an Italian guy? They walk up to you and they go, "Hey, Teresa, I want it now." You go out with a Jewish guy, he makes an appointment. Maybe Thursday? But this, probably of all the things I've done in show business, is probably one of the great thrills that if I could get a tape of this, I promise you I will never play it. I will burn it. But we've had some of the greatest daises honoring people, and this dais and this audience is just a credit to your talent. Thank you. Good night. You've been terrific.
Stewie Stone. I love saying Stewie Stone. A straight guy once tried smoking hash, but the corned beef kept falling out of the pipe. My crowd loves it. Now back to the movie here on USA. Up all night. Welcome back to USA Up All Night. I'm Rhonda Shear, as in sheer hell. This Friars Club roast is really cooking. I mean, I never thought I'd say I've had it with the men, but I'm reaching my limit, and I'm only half cooked. Alrighty, this next performer is the star of her own show called Cafe du Art on the Nostalgia Network. She was nominated for an Emmy for her own Showtime special and was the star of Catskills on Broadway. She makes a great impression. Louise Duarte.
Oh, thank you. I am just so thrilled to be on this wonderful dais and honor one of my dearest and closest friends in show business. Rhonda Shear. As you know, Rhonda was born and raised in New Orleans. That's how the city got the nickname the Big Easy. It's tough for a woman to break into show business, I know. So Rhonda got, I don't mind saying this, silicone implants. She was a little worried about the health risks, so she traded them in for the ones with the saltwater saline solution because they were safer. And now her boobs sag at low tide. Rhonda's quite a humanitarian. Remember how Babe Ruth promised the sick child that he'd hit a home run for him when he got better? Well, one of Rhonda's biggest fans was sick in the hospital recently, and Rhonda said if he got better, she'd let him get to third base. There were a lot of celebrities who wanted to be here tonight, Rhonda, and they just couldn't make it, but I have telegrams from them, and I would love to read them to you. First one is from Joan Rivers. Dear Rhonda, sorry I couldn't make it, but my dog Spike ate some bad caviar and he got a bad case of doggy doo-doos. I just want to say that Rhonda Shear is one of my most respected and wonderful friends and one of the greatest women in show business, despite the fact that she's seen more ceilings than Michelangelo. I'll grill up, her stomach has landing lights on it. Rhonda is also one of the nicest women I know. She would literally give you the shirt off her back, especially if you bought her dinner. Oh, and here's a telegram from one of the sweetest women in show business, Katharine Hepburn. Listen, you shameless little hussy. If I catch you skinny dipping on Golden Pond one more time, I'll just stick those loons on you. The loons, I swear, the loons. And the last one is from the one and only Mr. George Burns, who we know that you love very, very much.
You know, I asked Rhonda to go out with me one time. She refused, so I said to her, what's the matter with me, Rhonda? She said, look up Egypt in the dictionary. So I did. It said, see Nile. We'll get it in a minute. You know, I'm very glad that I never dated you, Rhonda. I wouldn't have made it past 90. 90 years or 90 seconds. Say goodnight, Rhonda. You're terrific.
Louise Duarte, what an honor. Thank you. How about a hand for Louise? Oh, she has everything a man desires, muscles and a beard. Thank you, Louise. Now back to the movie on USA. Oh my. Welcome back to USA Up All Night at the Friars Club, right here where I am the guest of honor at a celebrity roast. Next up is a very funny comedian who's been on The Tonight Show many, many times. He's one of my personal favorite guys, but then who isn't? Please welcome Mr. Bobby Kelton.
After seeing all the great comedians on the dais tonight, one thing is very apparent, and that is that none of them could find work in the Catskills this weekend. You know, they usually roast people who have achieved something. And all I can think of is that Rhonda was recently made a triple platinum card holder at Saks. But you know, there's a lot of talent in show business, and Rhonda Shear is a natural, except of course for her hair and breasts. She was very different as a kid from... You know, she was always different from all the other girls, even when she was little. Instead of a training bra, Rhonda would just let them grow wild. And very precocious with the guys, right? Still is. One time, a boyfriend of hers, in the heat of passion, said, "Is this your first time?" Rhonda said, "Why does everybody ask me that?" But I happen to know, yeah, she's from the South and from a wacky family. They're a little bizarre. Her mother, if I can, has so much hair under her arms, she looks like she has Don King in a headlock. Cruel, huh? I can be on the same show with you.
If she raises her arm, she looks like a ballerina.
Now, which one? You splice his voice into my act. Rhonda was very sheltered as a little girl and is still very naive. She thinks PMS means afternoon in plural. I don't want to say she's an airhead, but her doctor prescribed some foam and sponges, and Rhonda used them to wash her car. A lot of people don't know this about Rhonda Shear. She devotes much of her time, energy, and money to her favorite charity, which is herself. Rhonda believes it's better to give than to receive, but since somebody's got to do it, she'd be the receiver any day. And I happen to know that she's never met a gift she didn't like, unless it costs under $200. Anyway, I'd like to salute Rhonda Shear, who's beautiful and sexy, and what's really surprising is that she's a guy.
Bobby Kelton.
You have something to say?
I don't really have too much to say about you. I just know he's known to be a little frugal, very cheap. He's the only guy who gets off a plane carrying a doggy bag. A little cheap. Doesn't even really like to buy a newspaper. He'd rather just follow a newspaper boy down the street asking questions.
Here's $1. Leave me alone.
Now, people are always asking, how come you're never satisfied? That's because, well, never mind. Anyway, we'll be right back with more. You want to say, up all night dollar? Think? I don't think so.
Hola, soy Rhonda. Los productos de Snapple son los más mejores y frescantes del planeta. Cualquier lengua que hable. Las bebidas de Snapple son completamente naturales, sin sabores o preservativos artificiales. Y cada Snapple es único con un sabor fabuloso que deben tomar para apreciar. En español o en inglés es Snapple, hecho con lo mejor, así como Rhonda.
Welcome back to USA Up All Night. Yes, it's me, Rhonda Shear, barely making it through my Friar's Roast. Ooh. All right. The next comedian can be heard every weekday on The Howard Stern Show for those of you who are up all morning. And he's got a new book out called Jackie the Joke Man's Disgustingly Dirty Joke Book. Please welcome Jackie the Joke Man, Marlene. Yes.
I was going to memorize this, but something came up. So I took care of it, and then I guess I rolled over and fell asleep. If you didn't like that, hang on. The hell am I doing here? I need this like Stevie Wonder needs a damn flashlight. This is a good group. It's an honor to be on a luncheon with Pat Cooper, the comedian best known for having his period since 1958. Up all night. I hear the USA Network's giving Pat his own show, Up Yours. Jeffrey Ross. I finally met Jeffrey Ross. How you doing? I love to see the younger guys do good. Sure I did. Speaking of young comedians, Soupy Sales. A man whose hair was silver before the Lone Ranger's horse. That's pretty good, right? Yeah. He didn't understand. Remember the first time I met Rhonda, she made a point of saying to me, you know, I'm blonde all over. I said, geez, that must have stung like a... Want me to slow down, Jeff? Seriously, what's the big deal about Rhonda? Am I missing something? When you take away the breasts and the talent and the looks, what have you got? Sandra Bernhard. I was at a fancy dinner with Rhonda once. She ate calf's brain. Then she got drunk and threw it up. Smartest thing that ever came out of her mouth. She's a rocket scientist. One time a teacher asked her, what's the capital of Wisconsin? She said, W. Everybody caught up? She recently invested in a new morning after pill for men that changes your blood type. That's a whole joke. It works on stage. Freddie Roman's here. Give her Freddie Roman. The Dean of the Friars. He always wanted to be Dean, but we made him wait until he looked exactly like the little guy in the Friars logo. Glad you showed up, Ike. So I'd like to wind up with something that could actually air. I'd like to do this again if I have to. I got a few telegrams. I also got telegrams. I don't do impressions, but I'll just read these straight. Dear Rhonda, we were home those times you rang the doorbell and no one answered. Signed, all of your childhood friends. Dear Rhonda, you are blah. Signed Barney. Dear Rhonda, you need to tighten up your butt. Signed Rosie O'Donnell. Dear Rhonda, your butt is fine. Will you marry me? Signed Ellen DeGeneres. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Jackie Martling. Jeez, funny stuff. He'd even steal my hairstyle. No, Jackie. Well, you want some more? Well, you know, Jackie, the only sex life he really has is when his doctor tells him to cough. They can air that. Oh, Jackie, I love it. Actually, his idea of group sex is using both hands. Now back to the movie right now on USA. Up all night. Hi, it's me, Rhonda Shear on USA. Up all night. Actually, it seems like my dress has been up all night. It's the material. Anyway, and speaking of material, my next roaster got a lot from his 2 ex-wives. Jokes, that is. He starred in Catskills on Broadway, and his name is the one and only Dick Capri.
And here I am, can you believe it? I love it. I love it here. I love this day. I love Rhonda, and I love the Friars. And I'll tell you why I like the Friars, because it's full of celebrities. Celebrities, Henny Youngman, Soup. I mean, it's celebrities. I come in this afternoon. Who's sitting at the table with Rhonda? Sandra Bernhard and Jane Fonda. And I says, oh, look, Rhonda, Sandra, and Fonda. And I talked to Rhonda. She's a little outfield sometimes. She's a little left field. I talked to her. She believes that a mammogram is a telegram from your mother. And she knows everybody. She knows everybody. I'm sitting downstairs having lunch. Who walks in? Whoopi Goldberg. Now, I know her for a long time. And I'm there talking to Whoopi about the old days. Everybody wants to meet her. Soupy Sales comes in bugging me to introduce him to Whoopi Goldberg. You know how silly it was for me to say, Soupy, Whoopi, Whoopi, Soupy. Then the ball player from the Mets shows up, Mookie Wilson, and he wants to meet everybody. I had to go, Mookie, Soupy, Soupy, Mookie, Mookie, Whoopi. And that Latin band leader shows up, Poopy Campo. He wants to meet everybody. I had to go, Poopy, Soupy, Soupy, Poopy, Poopy, Mookie, Mookie, Whoopi. Cookie Burns showed up. I couldn't do anymore. I said that was it. So Shirley MacLaine comes in. I don't know why. She doesn't rhyme with anybody. And I know Shirley. I met her before. I met her in 1847. I love that Shirley MacLaine thing, reincarnation. You come back to somebody else, even another shot at life. If I had a choice to come back, Rhonda, I look at you, I want to come back as a woman. I'd have to be a woman, just for one day, get in touch with my feminine side, be able to do things that women do. Just for one day, I want to know what it's like to retain water. I want to know what it's like to get upset for no apparent reason. I want to change my mind every minute of the day. I want to do things that women do. I want to go to the bathroom in groups. But most of all, I want to tell all my innermost secrets to a gay guy that's doing my hair. I have to go now, ladies and gentlemen. I can't stay here anymore because I have a luncheon date with Cy Salone, Wayne Gretzky, and Howard Stern. Rocky, hockey, and cocky. Thank you very much.
Dick Capri, fabulous. Thank you so much. And Dick, they do have a new cure for that.
What is it called?
Buy a Porsche.
Buy a Porsche.
Now back to the movie on USA. Up all night. Welcome
Welcome back to USA Up All Night. I'm Rhonda Shear in the celebrity room at the world-famous Friars Club in New York City. I'm taking a break from my roast to learn more about this premier club. It says right here that it's important to preserve the rich theatrical roots of the Friars Club. Well, you can be sure that my roots are very rich and very theatrical. Trust me. But enough about me. Representing a new generation of comedians, here is former co-host of NBC's Funny People and host of a new Cablevision show, Night at the New School, a political comic and a nice Jewish boy from Brooklyn, Scott Blakeman. Yeah.
Thank you, Rhonda. You know, I know this is a roast, and but I look at Rhonda. I have a crush on Rhonda, I have to admit it. And I don't, when I look at you, and I sense, perhaps I'm projecting, the way you look at me, your eyes are saying, I have no idea who he is at all. And I've been here so long tonight, I actually have no idea who I am. And but it's thrilling. Really, I feel that, you know, to be with all these comedians, such a distinguished dais, and to honor you, Rhonda, I feel literally that I should be paying USA Network to be here instead of them not paying me. I really, I'm a little overwhelmed. And USA has spared no expenses. You get evidenced by the 11:17 Xerox photo of Rhonda. They couldn't have spoken with a 99-cent Canon color copy. It's just and the Friars Club, I'm so honored to be a friar, and it's a great ego boost, actually, because I guess I am one of the younger generation. We could say that. And because, I mean, the average age of friar is a little older than I am, 93, you know, but I love Henny Youngman. I love that. He's the youngest guy in the world, Henny Youngman. I really think he is. But it's great because being a friar and being with older people, it gives like an ego boost I don't get from my peer groups. You know, sort of like I was in the men's room with the friars just earlier tonight, and this guy in his 80s looked over and said, "Very nice uninterrupted urine flow." You know, so I don't get that normally, but it's Rhonda, we have so much in common, by the way, man. You know that you love to shop, and I used to write ads for Macy's. And I don't want to brag. Sale $9.99. I wrote that. I created. You're from Louisiana. I think you're the best person ever to come out of the state of Louisiana, and the worst is David Duke, probably, who ran for Senate. And his big thing was he used to be a Klansman. He said, "Oh, it was youthful enthusiasm." The youthful enthusiasm is to give somebody a wedgie in camp. That's, and I'm just so thrilled. And this is really like the Last Supper. It's really incredible. Actually, no, being the friar, so more like the Last Seder, I think, actually. But I would love to, I'm really so touched. You're a nice Jewish girl trapped in the body of a Vegas showgirl. It's really touching. I'm a nice Jewish boy trapped in the body of a nice Jewish boy, basically. But I would love to say, Lauren, I've got, not to be just another roast to go to the B'nai B'rith is roasting Madeleine Albright. I have to go off to that. She's our Secretary of State. She just found out she's Jewish. Do you believe that? She's 65. She just found out. I would have thought a bat mitzvah might have been a clue, possibly. What was she waiting for, Madeleine Albright? A letter like from Publishers Clearinghouse. Madeleine Albright, you may already be a Jew. But Rhonda, you're beautiful. You're great. And so I can't even speak. That's why I'm so touched. It's great to be here for you. And, thank you.
Scott, oh, that's so nice. Single?
And desperate.
And desperate. Loving that. I'm just flushed. Let's just get back to the movie on USA Up All Night. Hi there, it's Rhonda Shear, USA Up All Night. And next up, a man who absolutely needs no introduction to the American public, the legendary Mr. Henny Youngman. Yay!
You guys don't know how to tell a joke. Let me tell a joke. I just came from a pleasure trip. I took my mother-in-law to the airport. I bought her a chair. They wouldn't let me plug it in. She's very neat. She puts paper under the cuckoo clock. I bought my daughter a car. She said, "There's water in the carburetor." I said, "Where's the car?" She's in the lake. Yeah, we found a firm, Schwartz. I called up, I said, "I'd like to talk to Mr. Schwartz." She says, "In Miami, making a deal." So I said, "Then all right, then let me talk to Mr. Schwartz." He says, "He's in California. He got to get something ready." Okay, let me talk to Mr. Schwartz. Mr. Schwartz is in Florida making another deal. Let me talk to Mr. Schwartz. He's not around. He's all around. All right, let me talk to Mr. Schwartz. He says, "Speaking."
Henny Youngman. Yes. fine. Now back to the movie right now on USA. Up all night. Welcome back to USA Up All Night. I'm still at the Friars Club where they are roasting me to a crisp. So let's hear it for the next comedian. He is often on the Howard Stern Show and calls himself a genius of comedy. Friar Pat Cooper.
Bravo. This is the most embarrassing moment of my career. This is not the Friars. They're a bunch of liars. This is Joe's garage. The Friars would never be allowed or subject to this nonsense. The Friars generally have stars. The only reason I'm here is because I'm the only star on this damn dais. Stewie Stone, it's over. I didn't want to be here because my Ed Sullivan days could get hurt. I didn't want to be here because it doesn't help a career, because if you do good here, you wind up on slides. I didn't want to be here because I found out that the lunch was the worst lunch of all time. I'm an Italian. They had pasta fazool thick. You needed a trowel to lay it down to eat it. This is not a career move. I don't care if I bomb or do great. If this thing is shown, I will sue. You've got about 9 other comics coming on. I guarantee you, it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. Sweetheart, I love you. If you see me on the street, keep walking. I don't know why, but right now my shorts are wrapped around my tush. This is a big moment. A big moment. This will be in my book, page 37. Help. And you nice people are running this thing. You have a lot of gall, a lot of nerve to even attempt this. I'm sad. I'm depressed. You're going to walk off now, you're going to hear a gunshot. Someone has to die. I might as well die and do it the right way. If I shoot myself on you, become a big star. You're wonderful. I never saw your show. I never see your movies. I never saw you. I don't know what this is all about. I do great things. I've been on every show, everything. I can get nothing. But you're getting everything here. It bothers me. Either that or you got a great body or something's going on behind closed doors. So remember, I did this show for you. If you ever get hot, ever, you call Pat Cooper. I love you.
Right. Ouch. Thank you, Pat Cooper. How about I have a Pat Cooper? Pat was supposed to get a vasectomy, but the doctor said, let sleeping dogs lie. And now the conclusion of Rich Academy and USA Up All Night. Well, I'd just like to thank the Friars Club and all you incredible comedians for roasting me. It's been a real doozy of a night. What can I say about all these comedians? Funny, yes. Legendary, yes. Working, no. And, I was told that the length of everyone's speech was determined by how well they're endowed. Interesting that none of them spoke for more than 3 minutes. Actually, I think a couple of you guys could have just taken a bow. But anyway, I thank you all once again. It's been great. See you next time. See you next week. And happy Up All Night.
Oh, hi, it's Rhonda. I was just thinking about Snapple. My mom says a way to think about things is to list the pluses and minuses. So here are my Snapple lists. First, the pluses. Snapple's all natural, has no preservatives, has real fruit flavors, unique taste. Snapple has teas, fruit drinks, fruit juices, sodas, sports drinks. Everybody loves Snapple. Snapple has a nice label, pretty colors, and a cute bottle. Now the minuses. I can't decide which Snapple is my favorite. Snapple, made from the best stuff on earth, just like Rhonda.
Urkel answers the call of the wild.
I know what I'm doing.
On a brand new Family Matters. Then, for the first time ever,
Is this what happened to Elvis?
meet the many sides of Mego.
Hey, some of us are trying to chill.
And all new Mego after Family Matters, part of the CBS Friday Night Block Party.
October is National Arts and Humanities Month. Time to celebrate all the color, emotion, excitement, drama, and joy that the arts bring to our lives. The arts enrich us all.
Your best friend. What do you think she's up to right now? Contemplating life? Dieting? Contemplating a new hair color? Thinking it's your turn to call? Well, now's the perfect time to find out. MCI introduces 5-cent Sundays. 5 cents a minute, every minute of every Sunday, along with low rates all week long. If you're an MCI customer. If not, call 1-800-SUNDAYS.
Now that Cosby has permanent house guests, will his private love games go public? All new Cosby, CBS Monday.
Would you go after your brother's girl?
You're a cellist, you're a writer, you are so versatile. What the hell are you doing with my brother?
The Gregory Hines Show. Then, A Star is Born.
I want to quit school and move to Hollywood.
You know the kind of freaks they have out there? They got drug pushers and Pauly Shore.
Step by step after Gregory Hines' all-new episode, CBS Friday.
No, I've got it.
Hi, Rhonda.
Hi, Al.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank
It's been a
you.
long time for us to try to get together here, hasn't
Sure has, but we made it.
it? Yeah. Please sit down.
Thanks.
You know, I'd like to find out all about you. So do you want to start right from the beginning?
I sure do. I'll tell you how it all started. I began my career at the ripe old age of 2 when I made my debut at my very first dance recital. I guess I never did get over that sweet sound of applause. By the time I reached the age of 16, I had my graduate teacher certificate in dance. From there, I went on to graduate with a Bachelor of Arts degree in communications from Loyola University. That led to having a talk show at Loyola called Take Two.
Tell me, did you have any very important people at the talk show?
Oh, we had a few local politicians and some visiting celebrities into the city, and it was very interesting because it gave me the opportunity to get here and do what you're doing right now.
Well, then
interview.
This set won't throw you then because it's...
Oh, no. I'm quite comfortable with it, thank you. But again, that led to doing other local television shows and commercials and community theater. And from there, of course, there are always extracurricular activities. I became Miss Louisiana. And as a goodwill ambassadress for the state, I had the opportunity to perform and speak at various functions around the city.
Did you travel a great deal too? And
I sure did. I traveled to Guatemala and all over the state, of course, and to the Miss USA pageant, which was quite an experience. Again, after college and after Miss Louisiana, I tried the closest thing related to showbiz in New Orleans that I could find, and that was politics.
Oh, really?
That's right. I ran for an office called Register of Conveyances. The office records all the real estate transactions for the city, and I'm happy to say that I was the first woman to ever receive as many votes that I did running in a citywide election.
my gosh.
That's right.
Well, tell me, did you buy any property down there? You own half of Louisiana?
Not yet. Later on, but which led to well, with school and a taste of politics behind me, I moved to Los Angeles to follow my dreams. And then it was back to school. I attended the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in Pasadena. And of course, there were extracurricular activities. I became Miss Los Angeles Press Club, which enabled me to ride in the 1979 and 1980 Tournament of Roses Parade, which was quite an experience.
And got you here to...
And got me here today, of course. And also, I was recently selected a poster and calendar girl for Suzuki motorcycles. And also, I'm a cheerleader for the Los Angeles Aztecs, which is LA's pro soccer team, in case you didn't know.
And how well have they been doing?
They've been doing very well, as a matter of fact. We're trying to get more people enthused about soccer, and I think it's working. That's why we're out there cheering for them. At the present time,
I'm studying again. I study acting with Michael Shurtleff and Candy Hurst, and I've continued with my mime and dance training. And I'm also a member of Harvey Lembeck's Comedy Workshop, which is where I met Kenny Ellis, who has become my partner in comedy.
Have you performed as a team?
Yes, Kenny and I have put together a comedy variety act where we combine singing and mime, dance, and comedy character sketches. As a matter of fact, we've performed at the Comedy Store and at the Continental Hyatt House and other various private functions. As a matter of fact, if you'd like to see some of my friends that are part of the act.
Oh, I'd like to.
Would you?
Sure.
Okay, I'd love to show you.
Is Trudy Turf, and I'm a cheerleader. I cheer for the Wolverine chess team. And boy, do those guys make good moves. Ooh, hey, there's a good friend of mine, Glenda.
Hi, my name is Glenda Glitz, and I'm from the Lower East Side of Westwood. And if I may quote, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Hey, I know that girl.
Hi, my name is Dixie Cups, and I'm campus queen. And I really don't have to say much of anything. Ooh, I'd love you to meet my mom.
Hello, darlings. My name is Rona Rich, and all I have to say is, if you don't shop on Rodeo Drive, don't bother shopping at all. Ciao.
That's very nice.
Thank you.
Tell me, you sing too, don't you, dear?
I'm working on voice more and more. Again, like I said, Kenny and I have combined singing and dance and mime and just a little bit of everything into our act.
Oh, that's good. Well, tell me, have you done commercials and
Oh, yes.
things
As
like
a
that
matter
here?
of fact, the first thing that I did in Los Angeles, my first television job, was working on the Don Kirshner rock concert, where I combined mime and comedy. And most recently, I've appeared in 2 episodes of Happy Days and a Budweiser and a Coca-Cola commercial. And recently worked on Columbia's film Holy Moses.
Oh.
And the most recent thing that I've done is a film called Galaxina from Crown International.
Oh, what'd you do there? What'd you do in that?
Oh, that's very interesting. The film is a science fiction based about a 28th century female robot, and I play the part of a robot pre-Galaxina. So I'm about 250 years younger, or prior to Galaxina, so they haven't gotten all the bugs out yet.
Oh, well, could you show me?
Oh, sure, I'd love to. Have I said enough?
You certainly have.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very, very much, and I wish you all the success in the world.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me here.
You're welcome. Bye.
Hi, it's Rhonda, and tonight it's just me and my favorite Snapple drink, Kiwi Strawberry Cocktail, a unique and wonderful taste sensation, all natural, no preservatives, no artificial flavors. And you know, you can expect an all-natural, unique, and wonderful taste sensation from all the Snapple teas, fruit juices, fruit drinks, sodas, and sports drinks. So give yourself a treat and hang out with a Snapple. Snapple, made from the best stuff on earth, just like Rhonda.
Stuck at home and you don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Life. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Life.